I'll love it up for Coach.
What did you like most about the game, Coach?
The 24 assists. I think anytime you can get 24 assists as a team, again, I say this probably too much, but we live in this and operate in this environment in collegiate sport these days where everything is about the individual player. And to get them to share the ball, to trust one another, it's a testament to our coaching staff. That it's a testament to as players their buy-in, and to have 24 assists on 34 made field goals. With our ability to score the ball, we probably got 4 or 5 guys that if we just wanted to run the offense through them, they could average somewhere between 18 and 22 points a game. But in order to be as good as we can be, when you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys in double figures, it's like pick your poison. Who you gonna stop? And that's only gonna continue to improve as roles continue to kind of define themselves, and it'll be one of those teams where Chris might be the guy that gets 19 tonight. I mean, think about this: Kobe Knox didn't play as well as he's capable, right? Like Kobe Knox is really, really good, guys. All right, and he's gonna settle in. You got to remember, he's playing at home in front of his family and friends for the first time in, I want to say, probably 2 or 3 years, probably longer than that because he went to prep school. So once he settles in, and just enjoys playing the game, now you're talking about adding a 6th or 7th guy into that mix. It's fun to watch.
17 offensive rebounds by South Carolina
Yep.
State. I know you're not happy about that.
Not at all.
What would you attribute that to?
Man, they play hard. They had 22 offensive rebounds the game before. But it's like I said to one of the guys before the game, they were talking about, like, how do you prepare? Team hadn't had as much, success. And you don't look at I don't look at their record last year. I don't look at what's on the front of their chest. I'm looking at Coach Martin, and I know his background. I know what the cloth he's cut from. Being a heck of a player at Cincinnati for Coach Huggins, and then working for Coach Huggins at West Virginia for all those years. And we told the guys, like, man, they are going to get to that offensive glass like a pack of wild dogs, and that's what they did. And we got to do a better job. We did a good job for the most part of turning and finding a guy to box out. We just didn't go box out and drive that person out to where now the ball is falling in front of us or we're hitting and getting. And, again, they're not going to be perfect. So it's always fun to teach from a win, because they'll hear you a little bit clearer, and hopefully, not hopefully, we'll drive it home. That won't happen again.
In the first half, you went on a 17-2 run with Reed, Miguel, Youngblood, Pryor, and Big Daniel on the floor. Talk about how that unit played.
It's a good question, Russ, but it wasn't just about that unit, because I guarantee you if we go back and watch the film, because I remember putting Chris back in, I think for maybe Kobe. Kobe picked up a second foul maybe, and the run had already started, but they did a great job of defending. And when they came to the bench, what we said is, like, don't trick yourself for a second and think that you got that lead because you made shots. Yeah, we made shots, but we got stops. We got stops. We keep up with, we call them kills, 3 stops in a row. And I think in the first, I want to say it was like 4 or 5 minutes or 10 minutes of the game, we had 4 or 5 kills. But this is where we got to grow as a group, is we got up and I thought we relaxed a little bit, and played the score instead of playing our brand and being about who we're about. And we talked to them about keeping the big picture in mind, knowing what our vision is. That's respecting the game.
You unloaded your bench, of course, but you unloaded it early. 6 minutes in the game, you had like 10 guys that already played. Are you still mixing and matching?
Yeah, we're still, like, as I said, like, I don't have to divvy out minutes. They do that. I promise you, like, and they don't do it once we get here. They're doing it every day in practice. So I kind of know where I want to go, who I want to go with. But, again, I am just knowing we can play a lot of different ways. I am mixing and matching some lineups early. So when we go on the road, I know who we can go with, who we can trust, and go from there.
For Sam, a guy that's had a lot of different roles in this program over the last couple of years, started, been on the bench, had some electrifying stretches, here and there, had one tonight. Just, what'd you like out of him and what he did?
I'm a lucky coach, guys, all right, because I get to coach kids who a lot of them could have, like Selton Miguel, he could have a chip on his shoulder about not starting. But it's the reason why we're going to be good because he's bought into it and doesn't hang his head. But Sam Hines, he's the ultimate guy, right? I'm probably a little closer to Sam than I am the other two returners because Sam went to my high school at Wheeler High School. The guy Dez he was talking about with Game Elite, I've known Dez since I was 10 years old, and so Sam is I recruited Sam when I was at Kennesaw, so to see him to have the success that he's having, like I tell him every day, Sam, play to your strengths. Way too many times you find guys that they want to try to do stuff that they're working on, but they hadn't quite got yet. But when Sam is a cutter, when he's an offensive rebounder, when he's prepared to shoot, like having his feet set, like Sam is as good as anybody on our team. And tonight that showed. But again, Sam gets 12, but again, it's scary. I sit here looking, not to take anything away from Sam, but Kobe Knox is 2 for 9, and he's another dude that, he just is, he's about all the right stuff. So, I like our group. I really do.
Coach, just initial reactions. You had your first win, biggest win in the English Center in over 40 years. Just how's it feel?
Again, the glory and the praise is to God, right? Those guys, I'm just standing over there yelling, all right, telling them what to do, all right? They're the ones that get to go out there and run up and down the court and shoot the shots. They're the ones in the gym putting in extra work. So it feels good, but I say this humbly, I got a bigger picture in mind. I got a bigger vision in mind. And this is part of it. This is part of the step. Every chance we get to take the court, it's an opportunity for us to get better. It's an opportunity for us to grow. So I get excited about that, but and to see them have success. Because again, when everybody else this summer was in Clearwater and they were at the beach and these dudes were in the parking deck, pushing whatever Cody had them pushing up the ramp or sprinting up the ramp, people don't see that part of it. So like I told them before the game, the games are the reward, and as a guy who ran track when I was younger, you get up on the podium after you win or come in second or third place. It's a good feeling, but as a guy who's been a part of teams that have won championships, is nothing more rewarding than celebrating with guys you grinded with and worked hard with.
Anything else for Coach? Thanks, everybody. Thanks.
Shout out SoFlo Rodeo. I got to get Chris to get it to roll off his tongue that way.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Before I go any further, all praise is to God, to give us this opportunity and the ability to come out and play a game and coach a game we all enjoy. Next, hats off to these guys, man. They've been through a lot and been working hard. But before I turn it over to you guys, man, big shout out to that SoFlo Rodeo, man. They were rocking and rolling tonight. That was awesome, and that's just game one, And as we continue to build, they're a big part of it, and just appreciate them being here tonight and rocking that thing out for us.
All right, we'll go ahead and open up questions for the players.
For both of you guys, Chris, this is your first season here. Sam, you've been here a couple of years. How did it feel out there tonight with the crowd and the way you guys were playing?
Yeah, the crowd was a big part, man, because anytime you got a good home crowd, it makes you feel at home, and then the basketball part just take care of itself.
I would agree. I mean, we love to have student support. Seeing the fans in there just gives us energy just to compete even harder. So it was great to see the show out tonight.
Sam, as a returner, the three returners between you and Selton looks like a completely different player, playing with more confidence. Corey looks so much, happier and kind of free on the court. Just for the three you guys, man, just what has this transition been like, and just how are you feeling about playing on the court right now?
The transition has been pretty, I wouldn't say easy, but it's been a smooth transition. One thing I appreciate is just clarity. So we just being held accountable, which is why, like you said, you see differences in us. So that plays a big difference, but just trusting in what we've worked on has played a big role as well. And knowing that our teammates trust us and the coaches trust us just give us a lot of confidence on the court.
Chris, just how much fun was this tonight?
Oh, yeah, it's always fun when you're at home. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Just like I said, like the Soulful Road,
Soulful Rodeo.
Soulful Rodeo.
So it's like South Florida Rodeo,
South
but
Florida
it's
Rodeo.
abbreviation Flow Rodeo.
Soulful Rodeo. They played a big part in making it fun. So hats off to them.
I get to pick on Chris. I'm the only one who gets to pick on Chris. All right, just so y'all know.
For either player, what did you guys learn about your team tonight?
Man, we got a chance, like, on the defensive end, man, we can be really special, and we just got to hang our hats on that end of the floor.
Sam and Chris, could you each speak about Jaden Reed, your freshman?
Oof.
11 points, 10 assists, 5 steals, 5 rebounds, first college game.
Don't forget the one turnover.
And that's exactly right, there's one turnover.
I knew Jaden was special, but today made it even more apparent. Just the way he can get downhill and facilitate as well. He's a special point guard. He has a great future ahead of himself. You just keep working hard and stay focused. He's gonna be a great player.
Yeah, Jaden, yeah. We always on his butt in practice because, man, he's a freshman, so he got a lot to learn. But he did his thing today. I give it to him.
Chris, you talk about that defensive effort and what you guys did. You hold them to 0 for 18 from behind the arc. Just what went into that kind of defensive performance?
Just being aware and just contested every shot, man, because they could have easily made some of the shots, but just sticking to our principles and contesting every shot, and sometimes that happens.
Speaking to the 27 points off turnovers, just can you just speak to how this team is played so up-tempo?
Yeah, on the defensive end, man, like we just stick to our principles, stay solid. Sometimes they give you the ball, if you're in the right place, you get steals, so just stick to our principles.
Sam, which of those 3 big dunks do you think is going to go on SportsCenter tonight?
Well, I just saw the one-handed one. I think that one should make SportsCenter.
You're taking on that was the second one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got to go through three bodies, to get that dunk. Just take me through that play.
Well, one of my old Game Elite coaches, Coach Dez, if you ever go to any Game Elite workout, he'd tell you once you get the ball, it's like a launch pad. So I don't really see them when I'm in the air. I just think take off and just finish. Launch pad.
You got to hear Dez say it like only Dez can say. So one day you guys will meet Dez. He'll be at some games and you'll know exactly who he is because he'll be yelling at Sam from the stands.
I didn't know you ran with Game Elite. Damn.
And Sam and Chris, you guys mentioned you've been through a lot. You've worked hard to get here. How satisfying is it? You get to a game and you have, a game where there's a lot of success.
Oh, yeah, the game, like the way we worked this preseason and these past few months, it makes the game easy. Like the game is the fun and easy part because we work so hard in practice and the summer. The game is the easy part.
I would say the same thing. It was good to get a good win, but we're not satisfied with one win. We got more ahead, and that's what we're going to focus on going to practice, just continue to build off of this.
Anything else for the players? Thanks, guys. You guys good?
Appreciate y'all.